Hi, my name is Nicole.
Hi, my name is Bella, and welcome to the Dope Student Podcast.
And who do we have here today?
I was supposed to say my name at this time, Desmond Curtin.
Okay, Mr. Desmond, we're going to be asking you some questions. First question is, how did your journey in the construction and teaching field lead you to find the Des Kids Construction Education Program?
Okay, so it's These Kids Construction Education Program, but it looks like Des Kids, and that's a play on words. I just recently retired from teaching high school at Morrell Dobbins Career and Technical Education High School in the heart of North Philadelphia, where I was the barbering teacher. And throughout that time, the whole time I was teaching, I always had a passion for construction. I had a thing for always working with my hands, and it kind of just led to me buying a house and fixing it up and flipping it, and then me get another one. And then before you know it, I'm like, I really love this. And I also found that I have a passion for teaching and being with young people, especially high school age, 14 to 18, being able to help them. Like, I like when they catch on, like, you know what I'm saying? When they can catch on to a skill set and be able to use that and start to like develop their potential and make money with it. And I said, yeah, I could do the same thing with construction. So here we go. These Kids Construction Education Program was born.
These, right?
These Kids.
These Kids. Can you share more about the These Kids Construction Education Program and its mission, improving mentorship and hands-on construction skill training?
Sure. So our mission started this summer when I hired 4 young people. I had 3 14-year-olds and 1 17-year-old, and we went to work. I hired them through Work Ready, and they came through, and we would work on jobs, mainly concrete work. So I taught them how to use tools and how to wear a safety jacket and wear safety goggles and a safety hat, right? And be able to put the gloves on. And, okay, good, let's outline the project. I started from scratch, and I slowed it down to where they can understand and then practice before we actually jump in. We don't just jump in the job. We're going to practice using the tools, practice managing safety, practice, making sure that we understand what is used for what, and just basically doing the same I did in the classroom. And we had a ball. We built cinder block walls. We dug trenches. We poured concrete foundations. We did a lot of stuff this summer. And when I saw that and I saw how responsible and respondent the kids were to the things that we were doing, I said, yeah, let's go. Like, this is my calling. It's not just going there and just me hire folks and pay them. We just work on stuff. It's actually teaching still. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to do so through my nonprofit.
What advice do you have for students considering a career in barbering, carpentry, electrical work, and considering education based on extensive experience in these fields?
Do it. The Bible says write the vision and make it plain. So I believe in pencil and paper, especially as a teacher. It just came alive for me because writing helps you think. Writing means your hands are involved, your brain is involved, your eyes are involved. You have to read at some point, and then you have to read it over again to make sure that it was accurate. It's just like dealing with any issue you have in life. If you put it on paper, if you let it roll around your head, you're going to get lost. But if you put it on paper and you can articulate it, you can now wrap your mind around it, which means AKA your hands around it, and to be able to move it to where it needs to be. And I believe in doing that in education throughout whatever it is that we learn. So we can take that same principle and apply it to, if I'm a kid and I get older, what am I going to do? Where am I going to be? How am I going to make money? How am I going to live on my own, right? You got 2 hands. If you can stand up, you're blessed. So let's take that blessing and be able to use it for your education and then translate that into making a career out of it. I don't believe in just doing one thing and that's it. You can do that one thing if that's what you want to do and be the best at it. But for me, I want to go at one thing at a time and then learn it, grow it, diversify. It means I'm sharing it with somebody else because I believe when you share it with other people, you're demonstrating mastery of it. If you can demonstrate that in a safe and accurate manner. So I believe that, if you're a young person and you got dreams, you got goals, write the vision, make it plain, and then, let's make steps to go get it.
How has this initiative contributed to the professional development of young individuals?
So the young people who I worked with this past summer, I hired some of them back to be able to come and do jobs with me throughout the school year, like on Saturdays or Sundays, or like when they're off from school, I'll call and say, hey, I got a job next week. Do you want to come through? And of course it's a yes. And they come through and I pay them $15 an hour. And they come through and we work and we have a good time and they learn more stuff and I learn more stuff and we get the job completed. and they leave with that kind of confidence, knowing that they know if they can't make money anywhere else, they can make it with me. If they want to be in an environment where they're going to learn and grow, they can make it with me. They know that I'm going to take care of them and make sure that they're good to go regarding whatever it is that we're working on. And the skill set that they learn, I'll actually end up learning a lot from them too. There are certain things that I may not know because I didn't go to school for construction. It's just a love and a passion that turned into a career. But I have I wanted to say student, but a particular employee who he's really sharp. Like he really knows like the names of everything, every single tool, every single angle. He's on it. Like, and he's teaching me stuff while we work together, and it's a blessing. So there you go.
You mentioned importance of hands-on learning and problem solving in carpentry, electrical work, and construction education. How do these skills translate to real work applications for students?
So they translate into real world application for students because they see the opportunity to be able to go in and learn this stuff, and then they take advantage of that. And if they were afraid before they got started, once they actually start, they have that confidence. That confidence starts to build in them. And I see the confidence in them by how they move and how they react and how they respond. And I take that and I always build on it. And I nudge it a little bit. Like, let's go a little higher. Let's understand a little bit better how to do this. And you're doing a great job. And I encourage them. And that in turn makes them want to like grow and want to do more. And I'm like, I'm here for it. Let's go.
Being a veteran and a retired barbershop owner influenced your approach to teaching and mentoring students?
Okay, so I believe that getting a hands-on experience in the real world is very important for students. Like it goes beyond like what you learn and like in the regular classrooms, and it helps you see like how things work in like the real world. That kind of experience, like it takes the stuff that you learn in books, the stuff we teach in books, it makes it come to life for students. It's kind of like a bridge between like what you learn in school and then what you might do for a job. It makes you better at problem solving, and it makes you more adaptable. So you're less likely to get irritated and react out of that irritation if you understand that you don't have to get stuck there. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Plus, it helps you figure out what you want to do when you grow up by showing you what you learn in school, and connects the dots to the actual jobs. And you say, "Oh yeah, I know how to do that," or "I know a little something about that. I'm interested in that." It kind of piques students' interest. Doing things hands-on not only makes school more interesting, but it also gives you confidence. It makes you feel ready for your future. Yeah, that's so funny.
Okay.
Shout out to Strayer University, without whom this wouldn't be possible. Right. Give it up for Strayer. Give it up for Strayer. So my journey as a CTE teacher, we are, as career and technical education teachers, we are not required to get a degree, but we are required to get teaching certification. So, okay, when I first went and volunteered for this particular position as a barber teacher at Dobbins, they was like, well, we don't have an opening right now. So I started volunteering in the classroom. And then it was like, well, since you're here and we don't have a job opening yet, you might as well go somewhere and get your English and math. Now, before this, I didn't even have a degree, but I went to Strayer University and while I was waiting for the job, and took my English and math, and I stayed long enough and got an associate degree. And then fast forward, Strayer University called and said, hey, you trying to come back to school? And I was like, I don't know, maybe I get a scholarship. So I came back and got a bachelor's degree. And I just graduated last year with my bachelor's degree in criminal justice, homeland security, emergency management. And wait, there's more. And then right after that, Strayer University said, okay, you should apply. They have another opportunity coming up. It might work for you, if you're interested. So I turned around and I applied, and they gave me a scholarship for my master's degree. So y'all are the best audience ever. So they gave me a scholarship for my master's degree. And that's what I'm doing right now in my spare time. Now that I'm retired from teaching at Dobbins, I got my construction company. I'm working my nonprofit. I'm also in school, earning my MBA in project management from Strayer University. So shout out to Strayer University, you the bomb. Right. Yeah. Age where they're between 14 and 18, they're looking for guidance. And they don't like fake people, so you got to be real with them. They don't like liars, so you got to tell them the truth. And you got to be consistent in your attitude and your actions with these young people. And I've learned through my years in teaching how to be really good at that. And so when I tell young people that I got you, they believe me. And that helps me be able to guide them to wherever it is that they're going in life, starting with barbering at that particular age stage. So we would go everywhere, especially after school hours. I would take my kids to nursing homes. We would cut hair there. We would cut hair for the little kids at the convention center. They having this event every year where they would go down there and they would give out gifts and feed people, and people would come from all over, and we would cut hair there as well. And we would do middle school tours where middle schools would bring their kids to us, to our barbershop and the cosmetology lab down the hall from us, and we would service and provide opportunities for these young people. And I noticed something that was always consistent, no matter if I had like the sharpest kid who was always on point and well-disciplined within himself, or the kid who at any other time was all over the place. When the little kids come in, everything is serious. All that stuff shut down, and they want to impress because kids can't fake out other kids. They can spot it right away. So they want to be known as the real deal. So they rise to the occasion, and they bring their kids and they cut hair. And I love that. And I always take that and capitalize on that after the events by saying, okay, let's go to the next one. Let's take that skill set that you just, see how you just sat still and you helped this kid and you made him look good and you built this confidence. Can you continue to do that? Right? With whatever it is that you are learning here in this class. And of course, it's always a yes. And then good, you can make money doing this. Being able to know that without a shadow of a doubt, whether the job is jobbing, right? Whether you can make money or you got a paycheck, we don't worry about that. A lot of people go to college, for example, and come out and can't get a job. But, you know, being in the trades, we don't have that problem. You use your own two hands, you stand on your own 2 feet, and you make money. Like, that's I don't know things that's more compelling than that. Like, yeah. It's so funny. Right. Did I answer your question?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Well, thank you so much for coming out to the Dope Student Podcast and letting us interview you. Do you have any social media pages you would like to share to us before we end this?
So, yeah, I'm not big on social media, but my Instagram is at Mr. Des CTE. It's right here on my jacket. Right there. Yeah. There you go. All right. Thank you all for having me. Thank you to your teacher and to the class and this wonderful audience. Give it up for the audience. Amazing. Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching another episode on the Dope Student Podcast. Bye.